Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the San Diego Comic-Con 2014 exclusive Slimed Dr. Pete Venkman and Metallic Slimer Funko Pop 2-pack. So here's a look at the new Slimer next to the original Slimer Funko Pop. And as you can see, the main difference is this new exclusive utilizes a metallic green paint. And I think that new paint kind of highlights the sculpt a bit more. I think because it's a darker color, but it also reflects more light, it showcases the grooves in the sculpt a bit more, and I dig that. Now there are a few things about this that I do need to point out. First off, I got one with really clean eyes. I'm really stoked about that. For the most part, the top of its teeth and gums look good, but when you get to the bottom, there are a few issues here that I want to point out. One, I got this kind of schmutzy stuff on his tongue and teeth. That's kind of annoying. Also, I got green paint on his tooth there, and then I got pink paint on him there, and I got this schmutz on the back here. Also, there's kind of a separation you can see between the top part of his head and his body. There's a gap that's noticeable there that on the regular one isn't that noticeable, so I'm kind of bummed that there's that gap there. But all of these little issues aside, overall that doesn't really affect this pop. It still looks like a pretty clean, good-looking Slimer pop. I've always appreciated the design of this thing a lot. I think the fact that he's floating and that the slime supports him is a really, really cool effect. But I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I didn't get this 2-pack for the metallic Slimer. I'm not even really into the metallic paint variants. When it comes to variants, I like when they're blood splattered, I like when they're flocked, I sometimes like when they glow in the dark. But to take an organic character and then paint him metallic doesn't really do it for me. I got this pop 2-pack because I really want a slimed Venkman. Back when they even first announced they were making Ghostbusters Funko Pops, one of my first thoughts was, I hope they make a slimed Venkman variant, and I hope they make some marshmallow covered ones too, because in my opinion, making those variants is an absolute must, so I'm really glad these were available at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, sometimes I can be kind of nitpicky about paint stuff, and I'm going to continue doing that right now. Really quickly, he's got a little bit of a smeared paint line on his hair, he's got this line on his neck, he's got a dot on his hand and a dot on his hand, and these little black lines that go along his belt are kind of smeared and poorly painted, including that front one. But one of the things that bothers me the most is this glue that's seeping out of his waist and connecting onto his elbow. That's kind of annoying. But those issues aside, they're all pretty small, and on the whole, he looks pretty good. In fact, I got really clean eyes. The paint on his proton pack straps and his name tag is clean. His shirt's very clean. The dots on the proton wand all look really good. His boots, for the most part, look good. They don't go all the way up to his pant line, but at least it's a clean line. The Ghostbusters logo is good, and the proton pack looks really good. There's a little bit of a bleed over on that dot there, but other than that, the rest of this paint's really good. His hair doesn't have any horrible stuff going on. There's a little bit on the ear there, but that's not too bad. What I'm really stoked about, though, is all the green paint dots. I think the slime that they used looks really cool. It's a good effect, especially on the hair. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Not just for the big globs, but all the little tiny globs as well. Here's a comparison between the two Venkman Pops, and I just want to stress how much I really like the way the green paint was applied. Compared to, say, some of the blood-splattered variants, where the red paint is splattered on to look kind of realistic, I like that they used a kind of cartoonish approach to this. It's kind of cartoonishly simple, it's kind of cute, and I think it fits the Funko aesthetic nicely. Now, I'm really glad they made this 2-pack, mainly because I really wanted a slimed Venkman, and I'm really happy they made one. Thanks for watching!